AI can do a lot of things very, very well, but one of the things that we are asked most often is how can I make my social media look better? In today's video, I've invited Jody Clark, a friend of mine, to help us understand the in-depth tutorial of Canva. If this is something you've been struggling with, then you are going to learn a lot. Let's jump right in.
Okay, thanks, Allison. So first off, what we'll do is we would open your actual Canva. Mine is already open here, as you can see. When you open it up, what I'm going to do, we're going to go through a process where I'm going to teach you, hopefully here, 3 different posts or templates or canvases, depending upon what terminology you would like to use when creating your Canva project. So as you can see on the screen here, my cursor, this here is like, I have it listed as a number 1 AI introduction, a number 2 here, number 3. But just to kind of give you an idea of what Canva looks like, I just want to scroll a little bit here to show you tons of different things that I have created on Canva. Loved it so much, then I really, got into it myself and have figured different things you can do with Canva, very unique things you can learn forever. So first of all, what I would like to do today would be to teach you how to do a project from a template in Canva. So here at the top, these are all different options of different things that you can do in Canva, the little circles. So you can hit more. Of course, it will show you more things that you can do in Canva. So the one that we're going to use this one here. It's called a Facebook post. It gives you the size, and in some people's screen, it actually shows that it's a landscape, which of course that's what we would use for Facebook. So you would click on this, and then when you click on it, I'm not clicking on it because I already have it created. You would actually get a screen that would pop up totally blank, just like this. So with this one, we're going to, like I said, we're going to create a template. So this will be our finished project. I wanted to show you the finished project before we actually created the project. So this is just a total template, which is nice because then you can just pop these little different things in. As you can see, as I'm scrolling around, things kind of, a purple box comes up around different things. What that means is any of those things with a purple box, you would actually be able to change, totally edit, whatever you might want to do, move them, all types of different things. To start this, we're going to go down here to the blank screen. So today's post, my thought process was if somebody's new to Facebook, it would be a good idea to, put a picture out there, some information about yourself for your post, just to introduce yourself or reintroduce yourself in some people's case, if you've had a thing for a while and have not posted for a while. What you do is go over here to design. So under the design, you'll have several different templates that you can choose from. So the template that we're going to use today is actually this one right here. It happens to be in my recently used, which makes it nice. So if you're using a template that you like, they would fall within this area, and it keeps track of your recent ones. So I'm going to go back over here. You can also type in different things if you're searching, say if you're looking for a template for Christmas or something like that. You could just type that in and it'll give you several different options. For this template, I actually just typed in self-introduction real estate in my case. You can kind of scroll through here and see the different ones. Take the template from this side and put it onto your blank canvas over here. You just actually click on it. When you click on it, it pops in just like this. So as you can see, it does have my picture in it. It has this gentleman's picture. Then there's the one with my picture. Going through, like I said, you could click on these different things, change this stuff out, do whatever you would want to do. So whenever you click on an item, up above here, the toolbar, it gives you different things that you can do. So you can change the font over here, pick anything that you would like. You can change the size of the writing. Now that's only changing it for this box. You can change the color. You can do bold if you wanted to, all kinds of different options over here. I'm just going to go down here. If you just click on this twice, so right now, if it's highlighted, you would delete all of your information in that box. I'm just going to type a couple letters in here because I want to show you something. So if you made a mistake and you totally deleted it by accident, if you go up here to the toolbar, you see the back arrow. If you made the mistake of clicking on it and say you just deleted it, oh my gosh, you like deleted, oh my, what do you do? If you just go back up and click here, it comes right back for you, which makes it nice. So we're just going to click in here real quick and I'll just type in my information. So there you go. So now completely done, contact information updated. Here, like I said earlier, has this gentleman's picture. We want to change it out to my picture. You can do it 2 different ways. So the first way would be you can either click on it, hit the delete button, it goes totally away, which as you can see in here, this is actually a photo frame. So what that means is you can take any type of picture and put into a photo frame into that area. Or you can just go over and actually drag a picture into this and it overrides it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So on the left-hand side, you'll see different things like your element, text, brand, uploads, all kinds of different things down through here. So we're going to go to uploads because mine happens to be in the upload. And then here at the top, as you can see, these are all kinds of pictures that I have uploaded over the years. At the top, I'm just going to type my name in and search for it. Here it is. So if I click on it, it pops it over onto our canvas. Click on it and drag until the actual screen accepts it and let go. There it is. So your picture is in there. It's that easy. So then the other thing we have on this one is a logo. So I'll teach you that real quick. Also, that happens to be my logo. A lot of people use logos or want to put logos onto their template. To do that, we talked about elements. So here in the elements, there's tons of different things in the elements. For instance, we're going to want a type of photo item also for this. So you can either go down into the frames, the photo frames, grids. So whenever you put those over here, then you can put a picture, a logo, or anything like that into it. That you can also set up files. And I have a file set up down here that is called items used a lot. So there would be our photo frame that we would want. Now we would need to put a logo into it or a picture, whichever one that you would want to do. Canva has it set up over here where you can create your own logos and have them in the system. So I'm going to go to my brand because I already have it set up that way. I'm going to pick this one. And then the same situation, we're just going to take it and slide it into the grid, the photo grid. To make it this smaller, just grab one of the 4 sides that have the dots. Make it whatever size you would like. We'll give you a size here on the right-hand side. Like you can see, that's 97 wide by 85 high. So I'm going to make it a tad smaller. And then if you can see in Canva gives you these lines to kind of center things up. So it's showing right now that my logo is 41 away from keywestjody.com. Then if you look up above, that is also the same ratio away from the real estate to are you looking for an agent? To me, would be perfect spacing. There you go. So that one there is totally completed. See how easy that was? It probably took me longer to explain it to you than it does to actually do it. So this one here is completed. And to download them, over here on the right, there's a share button. So with the share button, when you click on the share button, it gives you some different options. I hit the download button. With this one, I happen to have 7 different pages in here because I wanted to have all these examples. But in most cases, you'll only have one. So then you could just hit the download. However, in this situation, we're going to change this. So if we unclick this, and then we want to use page 1, because that is our finished project, or our finished project. Then we could hit done. And then we hit the download button and it will pop up here. There we go. So now it's right here for us to either save it to a file. In my case, I try to do it easier and make everything easy for myself. So I actually just go, I use a Mac. So I go over to the file, I hit share. And when you hit share, it actually gives you the option just to add it to your photos. So that's normally what I do. Pops up and it's added to my photo. Then that way it's a little bit easier for me just to pull it up to be able to put it onto Facebook to upload it. So then to go out of this screen to go into a new one. So the little hamburger menu, and it says open menu. So when you click on that, then it gives you an X over here to be able to close that actual screen down and not leave Canva totally. So we'll close this one out. And then what's nice too about Canva, as I said, as you go through, it saves your whatever you're doing, which makes it nice because you don't have to go up and actually hit the save button every time you do something. On the next one here, I have how to create a canvas where it has a picture and then also a banner. This will be our finished project. This is a picture that I have uploaded into Canva to be able to use. I actually created this on eogram.ai, which is kind of neat. And then, of course, we added this banner, some wording, and then a fancy line down here. And then at the bottom, this happens to be, it was a post that I did for our real estate business on our Facebook page. So as you can see, it has my contact information, picture, logo, and my husband's picture, contact information also. So we'll go to the blank screen. You can hit the design, then that way, your different options pop up. So in this, what we want to do is we want to put a picture onto our blank canvas. I'm going to go to uploads. So we'll just click on that and then it pops on our screen. So now to make the picture full screen, you can either adjust it all 4 sides, but here's the easiest part. You just click the French fry menu, the 3 dots, and you would select set image as background. And when you do that, it automatically puts it in, full screen or full canvas. So now the next step would be to create this. I consider it a banner. So we would go over to elements. Talked about elements earlier. This is actually just considered a shape, which is very surprising. You wouldn't think it would be, but it is, and you just kind of stretch it out. Now, I have a particular one that I like. I have it saved, once again, in my items used. And it's this one. Just take it and stretch it over. As you can see, that happens to be a different color than I have up here. So we're going to change the color. So you just click on it, go to the top to the toolbar, pick your color. Happens to be, I happen to know the color. And then it turns blue. Now, this one here is more transparent than this one. So what we can do is we can click on it. Go to the toolbar, and this area right here is your transparency. So you can adjust this to be as transparent as you would like. We put it at 56%. and they look very similar. So if you click on it, you can go up here to position. And over here, it gives you options to move it around. So if you wanted it to go to the top, you would just click on that, or you can adjust it yourself, whichever way you would like. So let's take it back to the middle. And there we go. The next step that we're going to do, I'll teach you how to put this text box onto the banner. And remember, no matter what you do, it's easy to just correct something. If you make a mistake, you just hit to undo, or you just take it to the side, delete it, that type of stuff. That's what's nice about Canva. It's really easy, in my opinion, to use. It's user-friendly. I know sometimes when you first open it up, it can be a little scary, but once you do a couple things, it definitely is really easy to use. For us to put a text box, like the one above, we go over here to write again. Get rid of this. These crazy boxes will pop up. So scroll down. So here's the text. Let me move this over here so then that way it actually pops on to the same one that I want. So when you click on the text, you can choose either heading, subheading. So you click on the subheading. Then, of course, we're going to make this a little bit larger so we can just stretch it. And then the writing, the font that I use is Amsterdam. So you can either type your font in here, or if you happen to know it, or you can just go down through and look for different fonts that you like. There's tons of fonts. And to be quite honest with you, more fonts than a lot of times I have time to sit and look at. Different ones, bolded, non-bolded. But what we're going to do is we're going to select the Amsterdam one is the one that I was using. Now, I just want to give you an example of how, with that being said, with changing your font. So I have went in here and I, like, say, for Halloween or something, I would want something a little bit different. So I would put like scary, and it will bring up different fonts for you that they consider scary. Makes it a little bit easier, especially if you don't want to scroll through a bunch of fonts to find what you're looking for. Now we can change the color of the font by clicking the A here for the text color. In this case, I use just plain white, and I want to adjust the font size. And with my other one, I have it at 44.1. You can either just hit the plus and keep adding, or you can actually just cut this out and type in the 44.1, and then of course hit enter or return. Remember earlier I said about adjusting this to like the center or the middle of your screen. So you can do the same thing with your text. So you would click on the box, so you hit the position, and then you would put it in the center. Happens to be in the center, so we should be good. And we'll just click in here, take this out, and type in Dreaming of Paradise. Happens to be, see it, how this pops down like this. So I'm glad it did that, so then I could show you. All you need to do is take this and stretch it to make it where you want. And then click on it again so we can put it in the right position. And that would be in the center. There we go. Now I happen to move this one up just a little bit because I put a fancy directional line in here. So I can show you how to do that. Just move it up a little bit where you feel comfortable. A lot of times we critique ourselves more than somebody else when they, see a post. So now to add to the fancy directional line, go over here, go back to elements. Same situation. There might be some under the graphics. Let me see here. There should be one just called lines here at the top. So there's different lines, same thing. You could type in, you know, like a flower line. Just to show you an example. So there's all different ones here. As you can see, you have this, but then if you hit see all, there's tons of different graphics that you could use. So here it happens to be, I just click on it, puts it on my canvas. I take it over here, it's already automatically centered. Now, you see the size, you can either, if you wanted to adjust it, make it a little bit larger. And then the same situation, I'm just going to move it over here so I can show you. If you click on it, we hit the position and hit the center, and then it will center it underneath all of your stuff right here. We put 3 different things here. We created 3 different things. So say all of a sudden you're like, oh, I don't like the banner where it's at. I want to put the banner down here. It's neat because Canva allows you to group things. So if you would click on this, hit your shift button, click on this, and then click on the actual banner and let off of the shift button. There's this little option here. It says group. So once you hit that, now this stuff here is grouped together. So now I can take this and be like, I want it down here, or I want to move it up here. That way you don't have to try to move all 3 things and have them centered or exactly where you wanted them originally. So there, this is. The only thing it does not have happens to be this, because of course we're creating this for you today, but this happened to be a post that I did. Now, I do want to show you this though. So you have this. If we wanted to use this again, we can actually take it and hit copy. Come down here. Of course, I use Control V, and there it is. And it puts it exactly on your screen on this new canvas to where it was here. Now you can also do this from another file that you had that you created in Canva, say a couple days ago, 2 months ago. Kind of makes it nice, especially for stuff like this. If you're using a logo a lot, your pictures a lot, if you create something you really like, then you can just copy and paste it into your other templates going forward, which in my opinion, it saves tons of time. You don't have to upload each one of these pictures, put in the contact information or anything. But what is neat is if you had this and say the white colored font there is blending in too much, you can then change the color of that font on a different post. Well, that's definitely not going to work. So there. So if we wanted to change the font color to black because, our screen was white, or our photo or whatever behind is white, to make it pop more, you can do that. And then same thing, just hit the undo, and then it takes it back to what it originally was. In this one, you were taught how to insert your own picture, either by uploading it or doing it on AI, and then adding a banner, some text, and a fancy directional arrow. So that would be the end of the photo with banner post creation. Same as earlier. If you wanted to post it or save it, download it, you just go over here and hit share. Same as earlier, either download, or if you have your Facebook or other social media sites, platforms already linked to Canva, then you can use one of those. So the third one that I would like to go through, since Thanksgiving is right around the corner, I felt that a great thing to do would be to do a Thanksgiving post. It's real quick and easy, and I'll show you how we created it. Or how I created it, I guess I should say. Myself, Canva, and AI. So it's us, not just me, I guess, right? So here's the picture. This picture was created with AI. Absolutely love it. I think it's the cutest little thing, and I can't wait to post it on my Facebook page for Thanksgiving. On this one, we'll be putting a picture in I'll show you how to do the font, a little bit different font, a little bit different color. There's some neat things about this too that I'll show you. If I hit a button right up above here, it shows that this is about 15 seconds long. It's a play. So did you see how the Happy Thanksgiving popped in like a typewriter? Over to our design again, our elements. And what I'm going to do is I'll show you how to do the post, and then I'll show you how to go into ideogram really quick and how to create a picture there. So you click on this, we'll go over here. Of course, mine's uploaded because I created it. Just click on it. It pops right onto your screen. Like earlier, we just hit set image as background. That's the easiest button ever to do. We'll go over here. We want to select the text. I chose the text was body. So I move it right here to make it a little bit easier. The writing is the Amsterdam. Let's make it a little bit bigger here so we can see it. And the size is 43 and a half. And then we're going to change the font color to white. See how easy this is? It really gets easy after you do a couple. So now we'll replace the text to happy thanks. Okay, TJNK Thanksgiving. So our size is correct. We'll want to stretch it a little bit so then that way it's next to it. See here. There we go. So there. So now with this one, as you can see, the text is kind of to the side a little bit. So we'll want to grab this box, click on it. This little button here allows for you to move it up and down. This one here allows for you to spin it in the type of direction that you would like to. So we have this one. I had it set at 33 degrees. So as you move it, you can see how it hits the different degrees. So there's 33. So there is what we want. Let's leave it just like this, because then we're going to get a little bit more creative here. So if we click on the box, I keep saying that, I just say that to make it easier, then that way you kind of understand and it highlights it. Well, not highlights it, I'm sorry, the box is in purple, then that way you know that's exactly what you're working on. It only allows you to work on whatever you have clicked, and the purple box is outlining it. We're going to go up here to the effects. And the one that I selected was the outline. Gives you all kinds of different options down through here. Let me see what my thickness was. So we can just change this to 112. Oops, there we go. Color, I chose orange just because number one, I like orange, but number two, with Thanksgiving, it makes it nice. Look how neat that looks. Like, that's awesome. And then you'll go down below, and then this curved. So when we curved, so we hit that, then it curves our writing. So I have our curve set at 48. Now we can place it. As you can see, there's a circle here in the middle. I wish I was able to show it twice, but on the computer, it's right there below the drink that he's holding. So then we would just take it, and then you kind of just move it around where you would prefer to see it. I think that area there is pretty close, I think, to what we have up above here. Yeah, maybe a little bit lower, but that's okay. So there we go. We have that there completed with the different font with Happy Thanksgiving. When I showed you the play button earlier where you could see the Happy Thanksgiving coming in and coming out like a typewriter. So I'll show you how to do that. So if we click here, we go over to the animate, and then you can either animate the page or you can animate the text. We're just going to do the text. If you, as you scroll over these things, it will literally show you what type of animation it would be when it pops in. So there's all kinds of different ones. So I have selected the typewriter. I like the typewriter one. And then if you move on down, there's the animated. So this means both. So that's when you enter the screen and when you leave the screen, it would be animated. So it would come in like a typewriter and then it would leave typewriter style also. But you could just choose enter, or you could just choose for the exit. And then here you can have the speed. Now I just left the speed in the middle. It's kind of, I felt that would be good. You can go either really, really fast or slow this way, or really, really fast that way. And then you can choose either the character or the word. So in this case, I have the character. I'll move this back just a little bit. If you do the word, then it's just a whole words. This is each individual character. And then scroll further down. There's all kinds of different things here too. There's a wiggle. You can have it wiggle. You can have it rotate, flicker, all kinds of different things. Neon, scrapbook. So there's what your post would look like without my information on it.
I want to say a special thanks to our instructor today, Jody Clark. Canva is a skill that we all need to learn. AI is changing everything, but we need to understand how to make our social media stand at the top of the pack. I'm so glad you are here. If you like this video, please leave us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next video.